Hello, hello, everybody. So some things have happened. As you can tell, I'm not streaming NERP right now. NERP might not be something that I ever stream again. Don't know. Could change. I do plan to stay in some cities, but until then, I have yet to decide where I'm going to start streaming next. The entire EMS family, Silas, and everybody has left NERP. There's only one reason why Poison isn't, and it's because of the family she has left. She's got children there. She's got a whole bunch of family there. Still, even though most of which have left. Another thing that has happened is Poison doesn't know what Raijin is. And this is because Poison had a confirmed kill agreement pulled on her, and they removed her and killed her and wiped her memories of Raijin. So whenever Poison does come back and we do go into another city together, I apologize, but it will not be as a Raijin member anymore. We've seen the journey through with Raijin, and yeah. So today we're gonna be designing a house. I tried to do the VR, that's what I tried. So if anybody joins, it's probably going to be some of the family, and we might talk about what happened today. There is more than one reason why I am not staying in NERP permanently. Basically, I'm staying for certain people. That is why I'm staying in NERP. Most of those people have left. I'm talking about this right now because of the circumstances that if I do cry on stream, Raijin meant a lot to me. And for the way that I had to lose Raijin, it hurt. And there were some people involved that weren't too happy with what happened. Or how it happened. So yeah. With me as always is Lily, and we actually got Moxie back there in the back, and that I'm covering her now, but that's Moxie. She's my other cat. We don't usually get to see her on stream, but my boyfriend's out, so she's sleeping in here with me. So with that, now I gotta go grab my drink because I was planning on VR. The reason why we're not on VR, though, is because I could not get my headset to work. So I'm going to have to ask for some technical help from my boyfriend. So that is a thing. I'm going to actually move this up. There we go. So we've got Squirt. Oop. Yeah. kind of swapped games a lot, so hold on. There you go. So basically, this will probably last a few hours. We might even switch games. We might have some people who are ready to play some games, but... But yeah, if things get mentioned about what happened in city today, just know that that is going to be happening. We have quite a few people here that are like pretty upset about some stuff. I do have the music off. It kind of pissed me off the last time I was playing this, which was not that long ago. And it's just hurting my head, so I turned off the music. But yeah, so if anybody joins the VC, things will be okay. So I believe in this one we're working on this house. Yes. Oh, I forgot that we had Lily. Hi, Lily. Who is this? Oh, this is Rex. I really did forget about this. Oh my god. Oh. We're gonna go do more job things though. Because I actually have a new DLC. Actually, I think I've done the first one in this one. Oh yeah, most definitely. Okay, so it's not a new DLC. I thought it was a new DLC. I forgot that I streamed it already. So let's go here. Let's go figure out what this espresso stuff is. I will go to the castle soon, but...
Good morning. You must be the person who's going to help me achieve the impossible. Tables, coffee, engaging discussions, authors' meetings, poetry slams, and many more.
Look at that cat mat.
With my mind's eye so vividly. We'll make use of the empty garage and courtyard. Make over a part of the ground floor. The ground floor will house the guest bathrooms. The garage will be the heart of this place. A cozy space full of soft armchairs, fragrant coffee, and hand-picked books. Oh, right. You'll find the code in the garage.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Hades sent you. Well, thank you. And thank you for supporting Hades as well. Is Hades live right now? How did she send you? Oh. So it looks like I started the other one and I just need to... Stay out there. How did you get... Oh. Wait. It's you? Hi. I almost stole the cat. Hi, Hades. I did meet your Frenchman. Oh, for God's sake, I thought you just got... Oh? Wait, isn't this the one that we met together? The one that Wait, hold on. Huh? There's no roaches in this one. Okay. But I thought. So have you spoke French where she would like to hear French yet? Oh, I was asking if you've ever, you know, spoke some French into the thing that she would like some French spoken to. Have you done that yet? What's that? You don't know? How do you not know? I don't judge you for screaming. You're always screaming, especially when it comes to Frenchmen. I know. I do know that. Hi, Sifu. Enjoy dinner. Yes, Sadie's. Hi, Rocky.
Hello?
Hello? Oh, God, Jesus is doing it again. There we go. I was trying to say hello, but sometimes Discord hates me. Hi, Rocky. What you up to?
Not much.
Hmm.
Waiting for AT to get back open. He had to go on some kind of military training
Oh.
thing, and yeah, I guess the host shut the server off. I guess, but yeah, I'm not sure if you back in Rush Hour. I don't know if you played in Rush or not a while back, but
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty done with certain things, and NERP's gonna be one of them.
yeah, me too, really, because like the RP perspective for K9 is just, and they're telling me maybe people don't know how to respond to a talking dog, like they claiming that using a class ME is talking. I guess maybe it could be, but how else is Rocky supposed to kind of communicate if people don't understand the barking?
Yeah. No, Rocky's one of my
Yeah.
favorites. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure that was pretty much known.
Yeah. We're fight with staff about that.
They want a realistic. Well, Poison got screwed over too, though, today, so. I don't know if you heard
Yeah.
about that one.
I'm really excited about this tour thing because we were all a family from Rush, and he wanted to make a place where everybody could, you know, for everybody.
Yeah.
Because you had the cop side of servers, and you had the crim side of servers, and then, but I really don't have any EMS. Raleigh is, or Sarah is like head for EMS right now while we're in the building process.
Yeah.
Now, once we open it, I don't really know, but there's plenty of spots. I mean, even if someone wants to be part of staff or whatever, and do EMS or whatever, and there's plenty of opportunity.
No, a lot of people don't know how.
We're still in the building stage, so I don't know. That takes time, but at least they know they have a place that they're welcome.
Yeah. And I know I've got a couple cities that are like wanting some EMS as well because they're developing too.
Yeah. That's part of staff. I'm sure they're gonna make sure everybody's taken care of. That's, yeah. Now, I don't even know what to do with Rocky. He used to go and ride with EMS and
Yeah.
Jimmy really couldn't ever do anything except to me and my one arm, but distortion, I got a bloodhound.
Ooh. Oh, I might not be
He's
so
old
tall though.
He's old red. Got an old red bloodhound. Like a Blake Shelton song.
What you gonna do when Poison isn't 8 feet tall? Like the one city I'm in is currently working on getting those because of the fact that Poison is like lore in like lore Poison is 8 feet tall. So they're working on getting her her boots.
Although it's hard when you freaking been in a city from the beginning and then it just turns to shit. Like, nerd.
Yeah. Well, Raijin just got rid of Poison. They like
I was definitely ready to perma Rocky last time we got freaking knocked off, but I have people saying, "Come on, Rocky, come on, come on."
I love Rocky. I think it's pretty clear that Poison loves Rocky.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of people, like, there are people that were like, Rocky's not a good, like, they hated Rocky, and I was like, why though? I don't see there being a point to you hating Rocky. Rocky's a good dog. Like,
Well, it's because he has a job to do and he ends up fighting people.
Oh, I was so looking forward to that too, by the way. I was gonna come up with a reason to have a foot chase with Rocky.
And then you have the ones that just jump on top of cars just to avoid.
Nah,
You get smacked down.
I wanted so badly to have a foot chase with Rocky. Because Poison doesn't feel pain, so it wouldn't hurt her. You know?
Yeah.
And it would be fun. Like, just in general, for everybody involved.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not gonna actually be able to hurt me, like, pain-wise, yeah, I might have to go to the hospital.
It's like a few weeks ago at Tequila Law, there was some invisible, what we called it, a demon with an axe, and he grabbed Rocky and ran outside with him. So I'm like, eaten by demons, especially when they enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I can't even say her name. It was like a story with Nanami.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I can't even say her name now. But anyways, because now when Rocky sees her, I turn on my thing. I go.
No, people be weird now.
She's supposed to have been bitten by the demon or whatever.
Oh.
And she runs around and saying, Rocky's possessed, Rocky's possessed. But
But nah,
So with Red, I think we were gonna. I think we're gonna try to like, well, with the admin stuff, kind of make him like where you can actually like see what people are, so you can actually like rescue people and stuff.
oh yeah.
But I don't. And then we're gonna have like some sort of event thing where Timmy ends up being some sort of wild animal, and people can go out and hunt for him and bring his corpse um back to whoever's doing the event and get some sort of prize or money or whatever.
That'd be funny.
Like it could be like a wild boar somewhere or anything.
No, but Nerp messed up big today.
Yeah.
I've been knowing that it's been like just on the fence because of the fact that Poison Silas's, you know, sister. So I usually know when stuff's going down with EMS.
Yeah.
What was worse is what was going on with Poison was happening at the same time that that stuff was happening to EMS.
Yeah.
So yeah, today was just not a good day for anybody in the family.
Yeah. And it all when all things right this general and
Oh yeah. They're gonna get hit hard with this one.
yeah.
Like Poison's no longer part of Raijin.
Yeah, it's kind of like they did with SASP. Because Nora was BCSO, and when Colonel and Lieutenant Colonel left, they actually took Nora from BCSO and put her in state
Oh.
as the Colonel. I guess some wasn't too happy about it, but I mean, yeah, there's not much we can do right now with it all. But I think it is the opportunity. I mean, if they want to get away,
Oh, 100%. And we all know that they've been like I knew Silas was like on the fence of leaving anyways.
yeah,
Due to some other circumstances that happened to EMS. And you would think that because of that instance, they would, you know, wise up and realize that they were about to lose some people, but
no,
this one's on them.
yep. Yeah, I think I got you where you can actually see the admin.
Yeah, I think so. I saw
didn't
that.
really know what I didn't really know what you wanted, so I just did that.
I mean, I don't know either.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I as I said, for later, once we get back open and get back going, doing what we were doing and everything. I just don't know when it's gonna be. That's the only thing.
Right.
Yeah, I just upgraded my 16 GB RAM to 32 and
Man, what a nice thing for you to wake up to, though.
Huh?
I said, what a nice thing to wake up to, though, right? Everybody
Yeah,
gone.
yeah.
Oh, see, even Dad, he's already left. I haven't left yet because I have a couple people there that don't deserve me just vanishing on them. But
With that hostile tone in my I'm sorry. I had to move everything like immediately.
no, that's fine. I mean,
Cancel my my gold tier sub.
nah, straight up, I'm at that point that like I almost left just because of what happened earlier. And then to poison, and then everything happened to Lex and Blake, and I was like, excuse you?
Pretty much.
Silas got banned from NERP.
Silas got
Yeah, he got banned after because he went to and said something to Enoch. Oh. Hi, Ink. I love you guys too. I'm just talking to people. I'm sorry. Hello. Jesus. I look over, my chat's going crazy.
Let's get back in your chat.
Guys, I'm here. Listen to my. That's wild. That one's wild, 80. That's wild. You called someone your pet. Don't question my chat, guys. Just don't. It happens. But no, like, Silas was literally talking to Poison, who doesn't even remember, what Raijin even is. Like, she has no recollection of Raijin at all. And then immediately, 1 minute later, Nerv was like, and I'm gonna give you all a reason to leave. I do love you! Thank you for the lurk. Why are you burning my chat? You can burn my chat. I burn everybody's chats. You can burn my chat. I do. I walk into people's streams and then I'll just burn their chats. Jesus.
Didn't know you were live with this went in your chat instead.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Hades _ Martin just named IRL word ban.
Okay, Hades, I guess I gotta talk to you for 5 minutes and only you for 5 minutes since you decided that you want me to only talk to you. You're being selfish. Hi, Hades. Did you hear about all the stuff that happened in Nerf, Hades? You are bad, Hades. Uh-huh. You are. Because apparently I can't talk to anybody but you. Uh-huh. Don't continue to tell you about what, Hades? About the fact that you decided that you thought that I should only talk to you for 5 whole minutes, even though this is a stream? Did you pay money to be here? Did you? I didn't ignore you. I was talking to other people. Hi, Hades. So Poison got kicked out of Raijin because she told Silas about what was going on that was making her think about leaving Raijin. And they said it was too much information, even though she really didn't tell him much. And she had her CK pulled, which they put into action that we had to even put in a CK a confirmed kill, which would make me forget everything about Raijin, which they only did that when Poison had a conversation, a heart-to-heart with Willow about it, and they thought that, or right afterwards, we had to sign the mandatory confirmed kill. And I knew it was coming because of that. But then they made somebody kidnap Poison, bring her to a cliff edge, made a big scene about it. Um, Willow shot her. Willow shot her and she fell down the cliff. And then she she fell down the cliff. She saw her son, Sean. So Amius Izzy had to kidnap her. Amius didn't want to kidnap her, but he had to. Xander basically pulled her CK and told her to acknowledge that her CK is being pulled. And then she got shot by Willow and she fell down the cliff. Sean had to pick her up, put her in the boat, and the last words with her memories of Raijin was for them to keep Raijin safe for her. Like, to protect Raijin for me was basically her last words to Raijin while she remembered them. And then she woke up in Sandy Hospital afterwards, with no memory of it, because Sean had to ocean dump her as well. And she was talking to Silas and said that stuff was hazy. She just woke up in the hospital. She didn't understand why. But yeah, it really hurt Poison. It hurt me because I put a lot of time and effort into that one. And it wasn't right. What happened wasn't right. But anyways, so she was there standing to Silas, who really couldn't say much of anything. And she sorry, it's kind of an emotional one. she was talking to Silas about how she still didn't know what she was gonna do, if she was gonna find a new family or not, because she, as far as she remembered, the last gang she was in was the Unknown, which was the gang she joined when she first flew into NERP, and she hadn't been part of it for months, and so I had to alter some of her memories and stuff, so that way she could still remember like adopting her children and stuff, but she's just not allowed to do certain, like, remember certain things. It was very upsetting. Like, I'm still like very hurt by it because I put so much time into this gang, and I um but yeah, so Poison just kind of Poison needs her room, and she needs her family, and she knows she can have that. She just won't have it in NERP. I actually don't know if he's still listening. You there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. What did you think?
I'm literally going through like 6 different like DM threads asking me why.
Easy answer.
Yeah, I know, but then like it's like, okay, but like why did they do this? Why did that? I'm just like, listen, I have no idea. This is what they wanted to push.
They did this to themselves.
But no, honestly, that fucked up. Like, I wanted NERP to be home again, and the fact that, you know, when I came back, you were my adopted daughter, and I was trying to do everything I could to make that place home. And then hearing everything that happened to you, hearing everything that happened to Flags, just got the freaking house too, so you had like your own space to
I'm still
do
in NERP, but
everything.
that's besides the point.
Yeah, it was just like, it sucks fact that they made this decision was they didn't tell anybody about it. They just wanted to do their own thing. And quite clearly, I wonder if they think anything is going to be wrong with the amount of people that left.
They won't.
Also made sure that they can't contact me.
They won't. They won't have a problem with how many just left. That's sad, but it's true. Like, the fact of the matter is, right after I got freaking ocean dumped and stuff, I went to some people in their emails. The fact that Amius emailed me before I got to him and said, I wanted no part in that. I was forced to be. Says a lot. A lot of people just got screwed over today. EMS, I did. Mine was somewhat my own fault, but what were they expecting me to do? Tell my brother nothing? When I wanted an opinion?
Yeah, no, direct family should definitely know.
It wasn't like I was telling the inner workings of the gang, right? What was happening was as I went to him for his opinion because I was questioning whether or not to leave. And his opinion matters to me. A lot. Because one, that's my brother. That's my rock right there. There's not a single person, even in Raijin, that came before my brother. They all knew that when they took me. I threatened them if they hurt him. I was gonna hurt them. But apparently because I was the head of security, I was supposed to have the tightest lips and I was not supposed to say anything at all. I wasn't supposed to go get, somebody else's thoughts on stuff. I did my job and I did it well. They started making me feel like I wasn't welcome anymore, so I went to go ask for somebody else's opinion. And because I went and asked for somebody else's opinion, I'm now paying the price.
Go for me because one, how many of them were your family, like your kids?
A lot of them. And the fact that they included a lot of them that were either really freaking close to me or were my children upsets me. Because they forced Amius to even kidnap me to do this. He didn't want no part of it. He did not believe that I deserved what I got. I spent so freaking long as the head of security. There wasn't a time that I wouldn't have just, you know, shot a person in the family for doing something bad. For them to turn around and then toss me aside like I was nothing. No, the way that they treated me for that was not okay. And right before then, Silas was gonna call them and find out what happened. And honestly, if Silas had, he probably wouldn't like Raishin anymore. Because Poison talked to him right after she woke up in the hospital. And he mentioned Raishin, and she had no memory of anything Raishin. She didn't even know Raishin was a thing. And so, I don't know.
I know from Eric's perspective, he doesn't know, but like them, like telling me, like the shit that they were pulling, I started not to like them. Forgot which one who, because names and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Is Xander
The underboss. He's one
the
of my
one that
children.
is you know, I know it's between Xander and Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the one with Willow?
Xander.
Okay, Xander. I won't lie. Like there's times where he'll just constantly like, if I have no idea who's around, just constantly, hi Grandpa. I'm just like, hey, dude. It's like I don't mind, like, you know, you and Silas calling me dad, but like being a 30-year-old grandpa, and like when people are around, it's just like, and then like not to mention like
I don't even do that to. Oh God, yeah.
so very much bleh.
But no, like I don't even do that to Blake very often. Every now and then I will. I'll be like, "Hey, Grandpa." Nah. Uh, it was it was interesting because I was trying to make a joke with them because they like pulled up on me, and then like because I had made a joke earlier, I was like, "Man, you were supposed to like hit me with the car." It was supposed to be like a little funny joke between us all.
Mm-hmm.
And then a gun got pulled on me. Amias didn't like the fact that he had to pull a gun on me. But he did it because he had to. So he pulled the gun on me. And
Definitely not.
yeah, but if he didn't, we all know what would have happened. So I don't blame him for pulling the gun on me. Because if he didn't, somebody else, he would have gotten shot as well.
So I would not pull a gun on family at all. But that's just me.
He's yeah, he is technically family too, because he is my son-in-law. It gets complicated. But I adopted Alex Vinewood, and they're married. But yeah, so he was forced to kidnap me. They pushed me to, and like Izzy had to put me on the edge of the. Oh, for God's sake, doggy, come here. Izzy had to put me on the edge of the cliff. No, Silas was about to call him, and then, you know, stuff happened. I basically said, just let me know, because I'm following. I was supposed to be streaming NERP today, but you know, kind of don't want to.
I mean, it's no longer home.
Nope. Like I've thrown out the fact that I know a city that we could go to. Rocky knows a city we can all go to.
I remember him saying something to me and Silas. I think it was the day that the three of us were playing Faz, and then you had to go because we were in this channel.
Oh yeah.
And he came in, and then he was telling us about it, and then yeah, then we were all just like, today, all right, this is the shit that they're pulling. Okay, bye.
Yeah, Luna actually has a city that I'm in, and so if we go there, I'm already guaranteed an underboss position there. In a gang, but it's also in beta. Like, I have like 3 cities that are in beta right now. I don't have a city that I can just fly in an RP in anymore.
I feel that. It's like, I'm debating if I want to like continue, and it's like nothing to do with anybody, but like, it's more of like it kind of feels like it's turning into another job, to be honest. Because how it was when I first started and I was PD, it was I get home. At that point, I was working in my state's like police department as like an intelligence analyst. So it was all right. I'm doing like I'm essentially doing detective work without getting detective pay.
Oh yeah.
And I would go, do all that, come home, days off, which were like 2, would be doing police work in a video. And then it got to the point where it's like, okay, I need a break, so I stopped. Then I joined NERP for the first time, and that's when I joined EMS because the PD apps were full. And that's what I started, doing everything with EMS. Hell, I was probing at the same time that Lex was going.
Yeah.
But I started hyperfixating on that, and yet again, it just kind of turned into feeling like it was another job. Hence why, like, I started flying less and less, as nothing bad to do with like anybody, but it's just like if I keep on hyperfixating on it, that's pretty much how I got like my captain position. But at the same time, like I feel like I can't do anything else.
Right.
And I'd feel guilty if I wanted to take a break and play other games because so many other games came out. Like, whenever I would go and play Final Fantasy, I'd feel guilty. I also have members of staff. God damn it.
What are they asking? The same thing? Continuing on with what I was saying, like I'd feel guilty because like there's a lot that you can miss with the enemy, as I freaking know from what you were telling me when I went MIA for a little bit. But like I want when I play games to like I want it to be like a detox. No, and I get that.
Like everybody goes through like their own stuff, obviously, and like an escape. And like even when I was a crim, the only thing that I pretty much did because they would always take the same members for every single like heist. All I did was make drugs. That was it. They would always say like, "Oh, who wants to go? Rob a Fleeka or go to Vanjie's?" And then like everybody would say, "Yeah, hi man." And it would always be the leader, the underboss, and 2 of the same people. And I'd be like, "Okay, looks like I'm going to Kaio and I'm going to be making heroin." Or the other one was, "I figured out how to make LSD." The boss wanted to know how to make LSD. In like the first 30 minutes, he got bored because of how tedious the process was.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where he just left me there. And I was just like, "Oh, cool, thanks, bud." So, being
Yeah.
stuck doing all of the grunt work.
I get that. Ouch. Nah, I was so close to leaving Raijin anyways. It just, the way that they made me leave. They didn't even try to understand.
That isn't right. Of all the people to tell, you told your brother doesn't get that doesn't blab his mouth to anybody else.
The one person in the whole world that I would literally die if he died. He's just that important to me, and then they just do what they did, so.
And them doing that, it's like, wow, they really trusted their kind of security.
And I even said that when I told them and they made the deal about it was, I was like, there is not a single person in this whole city that I would have said that to unless it was Silas. One person in the whole city, and that's the only person I trusted to tell.
Yep.
I hadn't been feeling like I was accepted anyways, so it didn't matter. But like, it just, I was crying when it was happening. I knew what was going on. And then I had to go tell Silas, or like I had to come up with a reason to have a conversation with Silas. And then Amius drove up. He drove up to us because he knew what was happening. And he drove up, he walked over and he hugged me, and then he said, "Poison, don't ask why." And then he drove back off. That was the only thing he could do and not get in trouble for it.
Yeah, that's freaking weird.
And then when I was having a conversation with Silas, it was, you know, awkward because when I can't just tell him, "Oh, I'm not in Raijin anymore." So when he brought up Raijin and I said, "What's Raijin?" He was like, "The gang that you're a part of." I still haven't changed all of my outfits. I deleted a few of them because they were Raijin outfits. I have to take all the flags off, all the masks off. Like, there's so much I have to do now.
Which is always like the absolute worst part about leaving a group.
Yeah. So I have one of my, like, crime outfits on because of everything. No, it was. It's a lot.
Hey, that's the kind of server that they want to run over there.
At the end of the day, it was supposed to be a Yakuza clan type thing. But the way that I got removed was not how a Yakuza would do that.
Absolutely not. And I would honestly, like, kind of like how I was with when it came to, everything happening in EMS. Like, I have no loyalties to those people. So, the only people that I have loyalty to are, you know, Lex, Blake, you, and Silas. So, like, all right, you got rid of two. One left because also has loyalties to, Lex, to the point where um he did state it was like, yeah, no, if they like ban Lex, like I'm also leaving. So
The cat's now laying in the cat. Jesus. I'm gonna lose it. I can't cut. Oh, yeah, the roaches. No, and when they did what they did, they made a bunch of people in Reddit upset. Like, so I recently adopted Alex, who's married to Amius, and she just she was already thinking of leaving Raijin. That when I told her in DMs that I had just been released and how I had been released from Raijin, she flew in, stared at my eldest son, Xander, and then went to Franklin and took herself off the gang and then left the emails. And Amius isn't going to be very far behind because he wanted nothing to do with what happened. He doesn't think I got treated fairly because Sean can get away with a lot of things, but I couldn't.
oh yeah, like from what you were telling me that who was it that pulled rank? Xander was the one that pulled rank, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so because of something that Sean did.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so like I could definitely like see that, you know, hey, starting to treat people unfairly, like you're yelling at somebody that, you know, didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, I had to pay the fine too.
That's
Oh yeah. I had many reasons on why I was thinking of leaving Ryzen. The only reason why I didn't immediately walk out on them is because I cared about them. So when I had a heart-to-heart with Willow, and immediately after, not even an hour after, a CK agreement was forced on anybody above or member and up was forced on to be signed, I knew exactly what they were gonna do. I knew it was coming. I even stated it. I was like, I know for a fact I'm the whole reason why we're even forced to sign this thing. Like, you can tell me all you want. That's not the case. But I know it is. I'm not blind. Like, you hadn't had any issues with anything that I did before until leadership change.
yep.
They knew I talked to you and Silas.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised about that because family.
Exactly. And it wasn't like I told you guys, oh, this is how it's ran.
No.
Like I said, the worst part about it is I got killed out for giving information that wasn't even information.
Yeah, they need to, you know, work on, it seems like they're very self-conscious about, like, a ton of things right now. And, like, the reason why they did it is just, like, is completely stupid. It kind of makes me feel that, like, they had, like, this motive for a minute now.
Oh no, I already knew that why I was still head of security, because there was a member who didn't want me as head of security, which was Xander. So like I already knew about some of this. Because Xander had actually told me in emails, if you don't start RPing with everybody and actually trying to be a part of this family, you're gonna get deranked. I was like, excuse you, I am trying. You guys are the ones who aren't trying. And so, and the only other reason why I didn't get taken out sooner was Sanjay actually liked me being head of security.
And then they had to go and fuck it all up.
Mm-hmm. Like, I gave a lot to that family. A lot. I gave them a lot of my time. at the end of the day, it did not matter.
Which is completely and totally not right. Because, like, I could tell you that, you know, Silas and I saw, like, how much you absolutely love being there.
Towards the end,
Love
it
showing
became
us around.
obvious. It was pretty obvious towards the end that Poison didn't feel accepted.
Yeah.
And that hurt because I knew it. And then I still let them walk over me because I cared that much about them.
And I'm definitely sorry that, honestly, with all the work and all the time that you put in, you definitely deserve more than that.
They didn't deserve how much I did for them. And I did a lot. Like, there are people who knew that Poison was considering of leaving Raijin. And when it becomes known that she's no longer part of Raijin, and they talk to her about it, and they realize she doesn't even remember Raijin, Raijin's already gonna be in a lot of trouble because there's a lot of gangs out there that care about Poison.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, it was crooked. I'm not mad about it. Yes, I am. Because I think I have every right to be.
You do.
Because I nearly lost my own boyfriend because I wanted to fly in and help with them. And then they turn around and just basically wipe me from the everything.
Definitely not right.
I'll be done here in a minute, and then we can go play Faz.
It's all good. I literally hopped back onto Final Fantasy because I fixed a problem that I've been having that irritated me to no end.
Oh.
not me trying to get somebody to somebody new to play Final Fantasy.
Hmm. I'm doing one of the most painful things to do in House Flipper right now, and I'm torturing myself.
I mean, I'm essentially doing the same thing. Well, I'm not decorating the house. They added something new. So I'm currently on the moon. Does that make sense? Just going around resourcing stuff.
I am currently putting moldings on all the walls. And in House Flipper, it's a chore. The first time I ever did house moldings and House Flipper, I didn't do them on stream. It took me 2 hours to do it. But that's because I had already furnished some of it, and I was like, you know what would make this look even better? Molding! So I had to like do a whole bunch of weird stuff just to like get it to work well with what I had already done, because I didn't want to have to sell everything and then redo it. Like, no, I'm not doing that. It's it was absolute torment. It doesn't help that the corners are like the hardest part of the entire freaking house moldings. So I started this at like 8 o'clock, a little less than 8 o'clock. Or, yeah, it was probably like 7:50. I will not be surprised if it's almost 9 o'clock when I get done with this. Okay.
I gotta go and pick it.
Oh, okay.
I'll keep you posted. I'll see you later.
Yep, later. I'm actually gonna end it here. Thank you everybody for coming. I know this was a change from what we were usually playing on Fridays, but I felt it was necessary. So thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for the follow and the support. While we do this, I'm gonna go search for somebody to raid myself. So while we're looking, let's see. Like always, copy the raid message. Thank you everybody for being here. And have a great day. Bye! I gotta fix this with the chat.